Howdy-o. At this point, I'm becoming acclimated with unexpected situations coming to surface. About midweek, I was feeling faint and I was flush, just to find out that I was iron deficient right after my last period, which I should note was exceptionally heavy. So I actually spent the week recuperating my energy, moving slowly, some days just doing nothing. Like I would just eat, take my iron, do a little meditation or something to just feel my breath come back and do nothing. I started supplementing iron and slowly feeling my body come back to life. Vitamin deficiency is crazy, and I ended up just moving with ease most of the week and honoring what my body was telling me to do. So this video didn't turn out as planned because my mind was honestly so foggy. Either way, next week's video is going to be on a better vibe since I'm in my follicular and feeling more alive in this moment while editing this video. But nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoy this video and thanks for bearing with me. So I thought that I was showing symptoms of high levels of cortisol and I was going to focus this whole week on like lowering my stress. And I mean, funny enough, my habits were kind of the same as grounding, but I had to ground myself because I was actually experiencing levels of anxiety because I was actually iron deficient. So much so that one morning, like 3 mornings ago, I got up to do yoga and I was like, you know, kind of that like, whoa, feeling kind of hit. And then my body was just literally trying to get iron out of literal desperation because I was about to pass out. By the end of the day, that same day I woke up and felt dizzy. I was like flush and everything. I got Mary Ruth's vegan liquid iron the next day, so that came in the next day. But I've been feeling better. I took the vegan liquid iron the day before and today, and my color's back, and I don't get dizzy. So I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, I also am making split peas as we speak because they're so iron dense, and then, you know, fiber, protein, getting back on all my stuff. That would also explain a lot of my low energy that I was noticing, and I just wasn't thinking about it. I didn't click 2 and 2 together, and I got off my period, and literally that just drained me to the point that, like, I just was, I have a long history of anemia, and so it's very up and down, and my mom does too, so I guess, I don't know, it's kind of a thing. My mom will literally call me and be like, you need iron pills. Like, she'll just tell me I need to take them. She's normally right, because I feel like mother's intuition, like, she knows that my iron is low energetically or something. But now I'm feeling great, and I'm in my follicular, and I'm, like, fiery energy, feeling creative, and just like feeling so alive, even though it's been kind of gloomy this week. I feel like I've got my inner sun shining, and I was just really reflecting on like, wow, if I had proper amounts of iron in my body, I probably would have felt a little bit better in the last couple of weeks, because I really noticed little things but like wasn't putting 2 and 2 together up until this week, until I was feeling faint. But now that I know what I need, and I'm probably just going to be consistently taking iron supplements for a few months. I think it takes a while to actually like stabilize iron consistently, especially with heavy periods that I experienced. Yesterday was like the new moon in Capricorn, 111 portal, all of that. I don't strictly follow all of that stuff specifically. Like astrology is really cool, but I'm not like always on it. I feel like if anything, I just more follow moon cycles, so it was like the new moon for me, and I just had a little ritual, and because of my follicular energy coming in, I was feeling very like fiery, but also very in touch with my dark feminine essence. For like a dark fiery feminine essence, I feel like the best way to say this is just cultivating Kali Ma, like she is the dark goddess, and I actually like read one of my past books. Kali Ma is like the lightning goddess. I forgot what the book. I have to. That her presence is more prominent under new moons because there's no illumination, and so the dark when dark feminine comes out the most. And I was just feeling into that last night. And I felt like I like casted my own just spell of like power, abundance, and creation and everything. And I don't know where the words came from. They're quite enticing. I was just like, dang, I'm really on one. Like, I'm on one, or I'm just feeling it, and I'm alchemizing my follicular energy for like my inner fire and letting that radiate outwardly. And also having enough blood in my body helps the energy at the same time. So I've been feeling really good this week. After all of that, I'm still gonna make a video about bringing the nervous system into balance and how I do that with yogic techniques, but it just wasn't this week because of lack of iron. I do feel good like sitting here now and just really realizing all the little signs and symptoms my body was showing me that was like, dude, you are in need of something. And it's really cool the way our bodies speak to us, and that's why I think this past period was a little extra heavy, and I think that might have also been because of lack of iron. I don't know, something interesting. I am trying to focus on hormonal balancing things because ever since my miscarriage, my just periods have been like a little bit heavier, and my cramps are pretty intense. I get mid-month cramps, which is a newer experience, having been off birth control since December of 2021. And then literally, yeah. So there's a whole cycle, but I feel like I'm finally like in a good sync, in a good cycle with my moon, my energetic fluctuations with my hormones, and it's been healing because what I've been thinking of was like straight depression for like a week before my period. I'm like, oh, I'm in my luteal phase, and so with the intentional knowing, I can set an intentional ritual for like that time of my flow to like utilize that energy. And then now that I'm finally feeling so good, centered, grounded, and energetic, I can intentionally use my follicular energy and start the things that I really want to do because I feel good to do it. Just feeling alive. There's so much power in like natural tracking and letting your hormones do their thing, because different levels of internal wisdom come out with the different phases of the hormonal cycle, and it's kind of cool. I feel like it's like a deep inner knowing, and I feel more myself and not trying to keep up with this cycle that the patriarchal system keeps up with a men's 24-hour cycle, and that is just not realistic. This kind of what birth control does is what I'm finally like realizing too, because I was a different person on birth control, and then me now is like, oh, okay, I feel like a witch. like how my energy, how I can just, I don't know, alchemize. I feel like a little alchemist that moves with my hormones, and even setting up future yoga classes I'm teaching again in person, and workshops that I'm doing locally, and the projects that I have, I'm like doing all of that around my hormonal cycle, and same with YouTube as well. So like I'm just picking up on things in my habits, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. Cool. And so my split peas are almost ready. I'm gonna go finish that meal off, but I've been waiting for my follicular energy to really get into a good routine. I've been waking up at like 5:30, have my morning rituals, and just coming back into a creative flow. Just out of curiosity too, I use Flow to track my cycle. I think a lot of people do. A lot of people that I know and talk to who track their cycles, and just who don't take birth control, if your cycle is pretty consistent, then it's easier to track. But yeah, I'm feeling very empowered this week. This is just documentation at this point. I have a lot of things that I really want to share, but I have not had the energy, and it's just been a lot going on. And I'm not even going to claim like rebirth or anything like that because it's winter and I'm just in my follicular phase for the next week. So I'm just going to be doing a lot. I'm going to use this energy not on my phone, but to actually like be productive while I have this energy, and then be able to cocoon and nest and finish off projects in my luteal phase, basically. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'm sorry it wasn't the intent that I had it to be at, but now that I know where my body's at, my energy, and I can flow, everything is going to be coming together and I'm going to be feeling good. So I will see you guys in my next video. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.